There we go, I guess. There we go. Alright, so it is April 14th, Thursday. I am making some, I just made some brine to make a corned beef, and I'm going to also be hopefully trying to make a video of it as well. We'll see how that turns out. Things are going better for me now. I have decided to start caring about my mental health a little bit more and focusing on me and just myself now. Not caring as much about others or what others are doing. A more egocentric way of living life, I guess. So first off, I'm also trying to focus on my plants a little bit more as well, because I kind of fell off the deep end a little bit and didn't care for them for like 2 weeks and killed some of them, and I said, oops. Plants make me happy a little bit, that's why I have so many. Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of things a little bit better. I'm starting to be able to live life a little bit better, because I'm kind of realizing what all was making me so upset and angry with everything all the time and whatnot. One of the main things was I changed my availability at work. I made it so that I am absolutely off on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just so that when they make the schedule, I don't have 2 days off in a row, or so it's at least consistent from week to week. And I also changed it so that I am off by 9 every night, except for Wednesdays. I said I wanted to be off by 8. So that means that I've started getting more 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. shifts. Because originally my availability was till store closing, which is at 10. And that was stressing me out too much and driving me too far off the deep end. There was one night back in mid-February where I ended up kind of breaking down and absolutely yelling at a customer. Part of it is that they were there until 10:10, and I had done already 4 post-closing announcements. Several people had already talked to the lady, and she still continued shopping, so I was the one who normally ran through the store to kind of kick people out. And yeah, I had talked to her a few times myself, and then eventually I came back to her and I told her, hey, it's 10 minutes after closing, you cannot keep shopping. She says, okay, and starts walking down the aisle, but then stops again to start grabbing another item off, and I run over and I'm like, no, you're not buying anything else, you're going to the front, you're checking out now. I put my hand out to stop her, I didn't touch her or anything. But yeah, I did kind of yell at her a bit. She finally did go and check out though, but I just finally now got in trouble for that with HR, except for I didn't really get in trouble for it. I was just told I can't ever do it again, otherwise I will be written up. I guess that means theoretically I could yell at a person, get written up, and then still yell at 2 other people before I'm actually fired, or I could wait 6 months in between. I mean, I don't really want to yell at people, it's just one of the terms of how we can get fired at my job is a gross disservice towards a customer or something like that. Something that is so egregious from a customer service standpoint that they would not want to return to the store, and something that you would normally almost never do, such as calling them a slur, or I don't know, something god-awful. I would figure yelling at a customer would fall under that, but I think also they just realized how bad of a time I was having and how bad of a time I was going through. But then on another note, I've also started setting my alarm every day again, so I can actually wake up and get myself out of bed at an appropriate time, so I can actually have more me time. Because previously I was just laying in bed watching YouTube for hours on end when I woke up, and then I would go to work, and that wasn't giving much time for just me to focus on myself. Because watching YouTube, I'm more ingrained in the YouTube aspect instead of cleaning my apartment or just doing stuff that would better myself. So yeah, I've actually been getting out of bed, and I've actually started doing stuff now. Still not going outside much, but, and another thing is, what also kind of caused, helped me improve my health, my mental health a bit too, quite a bit rather, was I requested a week off using my vacation hours, and I didn't even think about work at all. Except for once I was driving past a semi-truck and I was like, God, I really hate working at my store. And then I realized I could already kind of feel the negativity like flooding in a little bit. So I was like, okay, changing the subject from that though. And yeah, it was great. I didn't even think about work except for that one time, and it was great. And then ever since, yeah, I've been a lot better. I don't feel as stressed. I don't like feel as much of a burden or whatnot. I don't know. I just feel that things are going great. Things are going better. And I also have a phone call, over the phone interview with the Apple Store, with the local Apple Store, next week. So hopefully I can leave my store and go to the Apple Store, because that would be a lot better. That's a lot more what I've been wanting. I only wanted to work at my store for like a year so I could get the 1 year of retail experience that the Apple Store was looking for. But then COVID happened and there was the protests and the Apple Store was closed for 180 days. Then they reopened, and I had a phone call interview with them last year. I bungled that, absolutely bungled it. They asked me how I had gone above and beyond for a customer, and I said, well, sometimes when people forget their wallets at home, instead of just throwing everything into a cart for them and holding it off to the side, I'll bag it for them. Oh, I guess that's not really a specific time or example. Yeah. In my defense, I was working on my grandmother's yard at that time, and it was like 98 degrees, and I was semi-dehydrated. That's my excuse. But yeah, at least for now, things are looking up, and so far, I think I can say I'm loving it.